Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Jupiter is exalted in your 12th house for a whole year. And in this video, I cover this transit. So stick with me as I go through this. Welcome, beloved souls. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Vivia, and this is my channel, Your Souls Well, where I use astrology to help us make sense of our turbulent, changing, and exciting world. In this video series, I am going through Jupiter in Cancer for all of the signs. You're going to want to watch for your sun, your moon, and your rising. Your rising will be most specific for what's actually going to physically happen in your reality. Your sun sign reflects your goals, your purpose, your ambitions, and your moon is about your internal landscape, your emotions. So to get a whole perspective, you can watch all three to get a greater understanding and holistic perspective of what is happening in your world during this transit. Thank you for being here with me, and let's get to it. Leo, that Jupiter is here in your 12th house. It's applying to a conjunction with Mercury as soon as it enters your 12th house. It's also sextiling here Venus in your 10th house of Taurus. Jupiter also makes a sextile to Virgo, your second house of Virgo. Jupiter is trining your 8th house of Pisces, where the North Node currently is, as well as your 4th house of Scorpio. So this is just bringing really benevolent energy to these sections of your chart. The 4th house has to deal with home, security, foundation, and the 8th house is other people's resources, occult, anything occulted, and things that are taboo as well. So bringing energy and information here. Jupiter is squaring Saturn in your 9th house, and it also makes a square to your 3rd house of Libra. You are going to want to go back and watch my first video of Jupiter in Cancer, which I will link here. I'm not going over all those points. You want to go back. I covered a lot with it. I covered the retrograde period, the pre-shadow, post-shadow, the heliacal rising, as well as all the aspects in more detail. So you'll want to see that video. So everything that's happening for Jupiter when it makes this transit, it's here in your 12th house. So these aspects to the other houses are made from this 12th house. When Jupiter comes into a cazimi, when it joins the sun, it will be doing this in this 12th house. It's invisible here. It will make its heliacal rising on July 15th in this 12th house. It hits its shadow, its pre-shadow, turns retrograde, turns direct, and also clears post-shadow, all in this 12th house. So this is a really busy house for you this year, Leo. And it's a house that you really want to pay attention to because Jupiter emphasizes, it brings light to, and expands wherever it is in the chart. And that's your 12th house. Your 12th house deals with your subconscious mind, your ancestry. If you believe in past lives, it touches upon past lives, past life memories. This is also your dreamscape, the dreams, your actual physical dreams when you're dreaming at night, the dreams that you have at night. So these areas could be expanded and emphasis being placed here. This is also foreign shores, travel to foreign locations, investments in foreign locations. Isolation is found here, as well as isolation in any way. It could be you isolating yourself from others, from society, or some type of confinement placed upon you from the outside society, like when people are sent to hospitals or have to spend time in hospitals or in prison. This house. It's also about spiritual retreat, going to ashrams, and especially if they are found in foreign locations. But this could also be foreign investments as well, especially with Jupiter there and Mercury there as well. Your first yod is here with Jupiter conjuncting Mercury in your 12th house and in conjuncting Pluto in your 7th and the moon in your 5th. So your 7th is all about your relationships, your contracts. It's contractual relationships. It's a relationship with your marriage partner or long-term partner or business partners. Your audience is also here, or your marketplace, your relationship. Your one-on-one relationships are here of all sorts. And then your 5th is about creativity, children. It's the house of joy, adventure, fun. So this energy here of the moon and Pluto is being directed here to your 12th house where Jupiter and Mercury are at. So really using the power of your subconscious mind, your dreams, you taking time away from relationships is going to be important. And understanding that balance of when you need to step away and do your own reflective work and then come back, that's going to be necessary for you. And probably lots of magical opportunities for you abroad, overseas, at retreats, just taking time away from the world in general. For some people, this could be about relationship too, like finding companions, this 12th house here, in like going away for retreats, going away on adventures as well. Like this is Jupiter is one of the signs of marriage and the husband. So that could be what's happening. And also too, it sextiles Venus in the 10th house. So that's another indicator of love as well. So if possible, take trips, go on trips, go to foreign shores, go to retreats. This could be a really great time for all of that. The other yod is here with the moon in the 5th house, forming a quincunx or an in conjunction to Venus in your 10th. And then again, Jupiter and Mercury in your 12th. And the 5th house again is about adventure, romance, and fun, pleasure, taking risk, taking a gamble, taking a chance. Romance, right? Taking a chance on romance. And that just to me also reinforces, it just doubles down on many Leos finding love on distant shores, faraway locations, with foreigners, with that energy in the 9th and the 12th, and Venus there. So that's what I see there, especially since the moon really is to the dispositor of the planets of Jupiter in Cancer. All right, so some of the things I see for you during this transit, it's really a powerful time for you for spiritual awakening and deepening, for your spiritual growth and intuition, especially if you use this transit to deepen it by intentionally practicing your spirituality, developing a spiritual sense of mind and employing habits in your life that bring about this spiritual cognizance. Doing this can bring a profound awakening, a deepening of your intuition, a connection to your own inner wisdom. You may find yourself drawn to new spiritual practices or studies that will also help you with like your emotional security, because that's the 4th house of Scorpio that this is trining, as well as your 8th house of Pisces, especially for any type of spiritual practice that is more occulted as well, like not as visible in society or not as accessible, because that's your 8th house, and perhaps other people's resources, especially since North Node is going through this 8th house. So an emphasis being placed here and this harmony being created here between these houses, benevolence here. So perhaps other people being able, maybe you have a benefactor of some sort helping you on your spiritual path, or helping you fund travel or to a foreign location or to a retreat or going to a spiritual location. I can see that happening for you. That will bring an inner sense of security and calmness and foundation through that 4th house too of Scorpio and your inner instinct here through this 4th house. And even with the 12th house and synchronicities too. And so really paying attention to your subconscious mind and thoughts with Mercury being there, what synchronicities they may lead to. So this is about emotional and karmic healing. Remember, ancestral healing or even past life healing. It's a period that will offer really deep emotional healing, releasing old patterns, freeing yourself from self-undoing behaviors, and resolving old emotional unresolved issues. A detox for your soul. You can consider it a detox for your soul, where healing, closure, and spiritual clarity become your superpowers. This is a time, Leo, for rest, rejuvenation, and finding inner stillness and inner peace. The 12th house emphasizes rest, retreat, and solitude. So finding time to retract from the world, paying attention to your own inner landscape. You may experience improved sleep, magnified dreams, and finding peacefulness and solitude. It is a time to really recharge and rejuvenate yourself. Now, Jupiter is known as a benefic and brings divine protection. So in your 12th house, the house of invisible forces, the cosmic womb of life. And Jupiter in your 12th house is seen as a guardian angel of protection, divinely sheltering you, spiritually protecting you, making you feel looked after, even from unseen challenges. Consider Jupiter here as a preparation for future success. Remember, this is a 12-year transit. It's a period of internal preparation, which sets the internal groundwork for your future success. As much of the work that you can do now is really going to help you later when in mid-2026, when Jupiter moves into your first house of Leo, where you will be more visible and more present. So working on whatever comes up right now is going to lead to great benefit for you. Jupiter is the ruler of your 5th house of creativity, fertility, children, as well as your 8th house of sex, other people's resources. Exalted Jupiter is benefiting these houses as well. For some of you, this might mean fertility with children or bringing about children into your world, your expansion of creativity, creative projects. It's also expanding your joint resources and agreements with others. Your 8th house also deals with intimacy, obviously sexual intimacy, but also just vulnerability and intimacy with others as well, and ultimate transformation. So these houses will benefit from Jupiter's exaltation in Cancer. With the 8th house in particular, it might bring resources from unexpected places. Maybe for some of you, it's inheritances or investments that are paying off. And with the 5th house as well, that house is about taking risks. And so with these houses all tied in together this way, you might have a windfall of money that you were not expecting, or some benefit that came from a risk that you took, residual income coming in from different lines of work, some creative endeavor that you have put out. Some of the challenges to this transit is one of the first ones we can see is the square it is forming to Saturn and Neptune in your 9th house. This can lead to initial delays, fear, disillusionment, struggle particularly, or disillusionment with your own personal beliefs and needing to look at those and perhaps change them, beliefs or philosophies or worldview. So these things will be coming into question for you, and they may be preventing you from moving forward and embracing new opportunities. So whatever is coming up for you with this square, just know that if you take your energy and apply it to the problem that is coming up, you will have this benefic Jupiter helping you out to resolve with whatever conflicts are here, whatever is getting stuck, whatever is being challenged. And then as you do that, remember that when Jupiter moves next year into your house of Leo, it will be trining this 9th house, and it will eventually also come into an exact trine with Saturn. This will be a very benevolent time, and really you will really see the fruits of your work, the hard work that you've done now with this square aspect. Jupiter it expands whatever it touches. It brings emphasis to it, but it can blow it up. So it can really blow up existing problems. And where it is in your 12th house, especially in Cancer, this could be bringing up tons of emotions around your past, around past conflicts, maybe with authority figures, because the chart of ingress is squaring Saturn, and maybe to do with your own disillusionment around your beliefs, because it's also squaring Neptune. And because Cancer deals with our past and our childhood, so this could be emotional wounds from our past in childhood. But again, it could be things to do with your ancestry, your lineage, and your past lives. So any of this could be coming up, and it could lead to emotional overwhelm and all those self-undoing tendencies that the 12th house brings. You might have this expanded sense of really wanting to retreat from people, other people, and the world in general. It might bring up oversensitivity in you and deep-seated fears. The 12th house tends to bring that isolation, and with Jupiter here, it could really emphasize this and lead to a mentality of checking out and not being physically present with others in your world and in the world in general. Jupiter is also squaring your 3rd house of Libra. So that's your immediate environment, your neighborhood, your siblings. Early childhood is here as well, especially early childhood learning through your environment, your sibling, and also like relatives, cousins, aunts, uncles, and short distance travel. So these things are going to be challenged. These two areas, your everyday work, which is your 6th house as well, could be the areas that you are trying to retract from and not pay attention to. But remember that Jupiter is only bringing things to your focus for you to work on, to clear up. This benevolent energy is here right now in this really powerful subconscious house of yours, this very hidden house, for you to work on these things, for you to remove them once and for all, to end it. This is the house of ending and closures, ending these patterns, whether they're karmic, whether they're self-undoing, whatever they are, for you to move into a better light and have more self-empowerment when it moves into your 1st house. It will be a period that might highlight your self-undoing patterns, which could be addictive in nature, addiction to, you name it, anything at all. I'd have to look at your actual individual chart to give you more information about that. I have opened up my booking calendar for this summer to take on clients. And in the description box below, you will find a link that will take you to a payment processor and a calendar for you to book a reading if you would like your natal chart read by me. I would love to read for you and let you know all about brilliant and beautiful you. So see the link below. But this is one of the houses of addiction, and the natural house of Pisces can signify both high spirituality as well as addiction. It could be legal or illegal addictions. You can have addictions to medicine that is prescribed from your doctor, or illegal substances. It could be food, it could be gambling, it could be anything that in the end really keeps us from achieving our highest good and our highest vision of ourselves, and what spirit, which is great spirit, is represented by Jupiter in the chart, what great spirit here in this 12th house of yours wants you to achieve in your life. So those are things to watch for. This time period, you might be really challenged to be visible in the public eye. There is a sextile happening to Venus in your 10th house. So professionally, there could be more harmony with any Venusian-based professions which deal with food and even textiles or fashion. There's a lot of things that Venus will cover, but also your relationship with women in your career or your public profile. For those of you who don't have careers, you're still known publicly. So there is harmony here between Jupiter and Venus, the benefics, at the time of the ingress chart. But overall, with Jupiter being here, even though Leo loves to be the spotlight of attention, there might be a pulling away from public visibility. Or at the very least, the inner work that you are doing is not going to be very publicly visible. It's going to be really only known to yourself and maybe those that are closest to you. And there might be pressure from external expectations on you. It could be a challenge in balancing your own spiritual and personal growth without meeting your everyday work expectations, external expectations, or achieving outward success, because this is very internal, this energy. But remember, doing that work will bring it all forth and really into fruition next year when Jupiter moves into your 1st house, your very visible 1st house. To navigate these challenges and maximize the benefits of Jupiter moving through this 12th house, exalted in Cancer, you will want to prioritize your inner work and your self-reflection. This is going to be the highlight of the year for you, just doing this work, just really embracing slowing down, looking inward, dealing with your emotional responses, what feelings come up, what memories come up, what's coming up from your past. Many of you will be forced to embrace the call to slow down and turn inward, and embracing activities that really support deep reflection, journaling, meditation, and dream work as well. You will want to listen to your body's need for more sleep and more rest. For those of you who are not used to sleeping a lot, this might throw you off, but remember, it's just 1 year and you will be better for it. Actively engage in your own emotional healing. Again, Jupiter being in this house is so protective. So this is such a safe time to do this inner work, this inner core wound work, whether that involves just yourself or your family of lineage, or going deep into your roots. There's such a shield of safety here. You're going to want to address any unresolved emotional issues and traumas and all of those self-defeating patterns. You may want to consider consulting professionals, engaging in therapy or counseling, water therapy of any sort too. Water is here, all with the idea of helping support the core healing of self. And for some of you, again, that could involve your family. Whenever I think about family healing, I think about family constellation work. It's just such amazing stuff. Those of you who watch my videos are probably tired of me saying this, but I will always refer to it, well, if it comes up to be referred to. So in terms of checking out, you really will need to find the balance between going inward, spending time alone, and really just completely checking out, especially if you are checking out in a way that uses any type of addiction. So you're going to want to watch for any of those behaviors that are actual distractions and impediments to your spiritual and evolutionary growth. Any distractions through any addictions, the addictions that I mentioned before, any type of addiction. And honestly, anything can be taken to a distraction. Anything can be a distraction, really. You're going to want to watch for and address any type of addictive or numbing behaviors, especially when your uncomfortable emotions arise or overwhelming emotions. You're also going to want to watch procrastination. And you can do this by cultivating a spiritual practice, using that square to Saturn and to Neptune to really embody a spiritual life and laying down a foundation for yourself of incorporating daily spiritual habits that lead to greater internal security and emotional capacity to deal with life. So this is about opening up to pursue your spiritual interests, and they can be anything: meditation, again, connecting with your dreams, going on a retreat, taking up yoga, contemplative prayer, writing, walking in nature, taking up art. There are so many paths and avenues to spirituality, and just don't let yourself be defined by other people's definitions of what spirituality should look for you. For some of you, that might be embracing a religion, and for some, it might be about casting off a religion, especially since you have Saturn and Neptune in your 9th house of religion, of spiritual beliefs. There's going to be a lot of restructuring, dissolving of old ideas, and crystallization of new ideas forming for you about what spirituality looks like for you, and shaping it into what fits into your own personal beliefs, keeping in mind that your beliefs are changing radically with these planets here in your 9th house. For many, this is going to be about shifting your focus from external achievement to your internal awareness, the development of your spiritual side, and that deep soul nourishment that comes through this 12th house, recognition of your soul. And with Venus here in your 10th house at this time, it's really about redefining what you value, particularly professionally or publicly, and redefining what success means to you. And Uranus has been here too in your 10th house, right? So it's been shifting this for you. It's going to move into your 11th house. For you, establishing routines is going to be too about grounding. The 12th house can be one of the most ungrounded houses. It really is very ethereal, very hard to grasp. So it's Jupiter moving in here. And with Mercury here at its ingress as well, it's like using your mind, your thoughts, really paying attention to your thoughts, your inner dialogue, the thoughts that, continue to circulate in our minds, and really eradicating any of them that are not life affirming and nourishing, as well as like laying the groundwork for that spiritual practice that helps you combat your emotional overwhelm, any potential escapism. It will be important to establish and stick to small, achievable, reliable, and sustainable routines, especially at first. Don't take on too much at once. That's what Jupiter likes to do, expand wherever it is. So and with Mercury there too, you might have really high ideas and visions around what your life can become. And certainly over this 12-year period, you can take on a lot and it can develop into that. But in the beginning, it's going to be important just to take small steps working daily towards your big dreams and visions. This is a really great placement, Jupiter, in this invisible house of the invisible forces of the angelic realm of great spirit. And Jupiter being here is offering you such shelter and protection. And it's also helping all of those other houses that it touches, affording you all of this divine magnificence and, like I said, protection. So those are the houses it trines. 4th of Scorpio and the 8th of Pisces, which also is a ruler, the traditional ruler of. It's also the ruler of the 5th, so it's protection here. It sextiles the 10th, your professional house, and it also sextiles your 2nd, so also here. So all of these houses are really just having this benevolent energy coming in to assist them. So just dream big, take small steps, and just do your real deep internal work. Okay, Leo? All in all, Leo, I think this is going to be a really great opportunity for you to really do some very deep healing, and you'll never look back. Remember this 12-year transit, you will be so grateful that you did this work. There's so much benevolence here and opportunity here for growth and expansion. If you use this opportunity wisely, that's really going to help you bring out the best in yourself, your deepening intuition and instincts, and magnify your spiritual potential. I'm going to be reading from Alana Fairchild Butterfly Affirmation card deck. Very Jupiterian, right? So positive, so uplifting, taking us to the skies. Leo, here's your card. Letting go creates space for me to receive. Thanks for listening, Leo. I hope that I've helped you. Make sure to watch for your playlist. If you haven't already watched these other videos, please go do that. Stay blessed, beloved Leo, and I will see you on the next video.